the Eastern Church puts it really beautifully. It says that God became one of us in Jesus so that we might become God. Which sounds extraordinary, doesn't it? And it doesn't mean that we lose our humanity or that we're absorbed into the Godhead, but that we share in the very life of God. That we participate in the very life of God. So the goal of Christianity is God. And the other word that I think is key here from the tradition is union. We're made for union with God. That's the favourite choice of the great mystics. Vatican II will use the word communion, but it's really the same thing. We're made for union with God. And it's funny how Christianity, throughout its history, and perhaps in our own lives, we can sometimes just get deflected a little bit and just think that Christianity is somehow about something else. That union with God has powerful fruits and effect. The union of God is not simply to be understood here as an individualistic thing, that it's just about me being one with God, but rather that together we are one, made one with God. Together we come to God, together we're drawn into union, and that the whole world's destiny is to be one with God. Think about all that beautiful language in the scripture of a new heavens and a new earth that we've been listening to in the second readings on Sunday over this Easter season. That the goal of creation is to be caught up and taken up in God. Sometimes, though, we can actually find ourselves getting distracted by other things, and we think that other things are actually going to make that Christianity is somehow about something else. But it's fundamentally about God. Doesn't it sound kind of obvious when you say it? But have you noticed how somehow it becomes something else along the way sometimes? One of the great insights of Teresa of Avila and of her great companion and mentor and colleague, John of the Cross, will be to say, don't settle for anything less than God. Don't settle for anything less than God. And that's what we want to try and encourage, be encouraged today to resolutely set out again and say, I want God. You know, if a young person, a young man or woman knocks on the door of a Benedictine monastery and says, I want to be a Benedictine. Okay? They'll knock on the door. It's a little ritual now, but it's part of Benedict's rule. They knock on the door and the prior or the abbot of the monastery says from behind the door, what do you seek? What do you seek? And if the postulant, the one wanting to join, says anything else other than this answer, they're not allowed in. So you can imagine the young postulant knocks on the door. The abbot says, what do you seek? The only appropriate answer is God. The only appropriate answer is God.